Tatiana King is a hardworking and extremely ambitious young woman who has quite the love and passion for media and entertainment. She is someone who dreams big, goes after what she wants, and is extremely driven. I grew up in a small town about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from here, and I absolutely had the best childhood growing up in London, Ontario with me and my late brother. My parents were always there for us and very supportive, and that has literally helped build the woman that I am in front of you right now. So I was born in Accra, Ghana. We are Ashanti people, and I was whisked away as a wee one to Canada. We grew up for a few years in Nova Scotia, and then my parents made their way to London, Ontario. You know what, that's crazy that people would have that thought, because pompous, definitely not. I'm definitely warm and outgoing, but I can be reserved, so that is an accurate observation. In the industry that I'm in, it's very smoke and mirrors, and it can be really funny. So I'm very reserved until I reach a point where I'm comfortable, and then I tend to open up. But pompous, definitely not. I think for me, there is a very public side of me where, you know, you see me on social media, you'll hear me on radio, but then there's a very private and very respectful side of me where I might not put everything out there that's going on at home or in my house. I think there needs to be that disconnect. When you go home, I'm Tatiana King, you know, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend, I'm a stepmother. So there has to be that disconnect between the personality and, you know, the wife, mother, sister, so on and so forth. It is literally practice. You know, to have a good life, I feel you need to have balance. If you have too much of one thing, it's definitely not good. So I think for me, it's practice. It's if I work hard for days, maybe I'll go to the spa, or maybe I'll meditate, or maybe I'll take a walk. But I definitely work extremely hard every day to give me that balance that I need so that I can move forward and get to the next task or the next production or the next gig that I have to do. I actually did go to school for this. I went to Ryerson. I studied radio and television arts, 4-year degree program, absolutely amazing, absolutely loved the experience. It was difficult being a young woman navigating through a male-dominated field and industry. Definitely a challenge. That I will never minimize, and I will never sweep under the rug or lie about. It was challenging, but I think a lot of what got me through those sleepless nights, those long days, all of that was a lot of support. I had a really great support system. You know, I grew up in a Catholic household, so faith was a huge part of what helped me get through as well. I think all those things together really, really helped me. Laying in bed, you know, as a young woman, before I moved to Toronto, before I started the program, but that vision of who I would become, how far would I go, that just excited me, and that really kept me going.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good to see you. You're back. You're feeling better now?
Yes, feeling good. Thank you so much.
That's good. Great to have you back.
Yes.
Oh my God. First time in radio. That was almost 9 years ago. And boy, has time gone by so fast. It was really scary because radio, you can't turn back. It's not like pre-produced. When it's live commercial radio, what you say goes out, and then that's that. So yeah, it was absolutely nerve-wracking, but it was really exciting to finally be able to turn what I studied in school into reality, real time, like a job. Like, this is what's happening, we're doing this. So it was nerve-wracking, but it was really exciting, and I'll never forget it. You know, I work with an incredible co-host.
That's more when we go together and we want those videos and those snaps and stuff.
I like the way you think. Does it have a pool though?
MC Bonde, who's really supportive of me joining the show, and he was hosting the show for the first year on his own. So I was an addition a year later. And so to have an incredibly supportive male co-host was everything to me.
Yo, I gotta show you the dance. I gotta show you the dance. I gotta show you the dance. Let's go. Let's go. Ready? So you guys ready? There you go.
First time on a red carpet, I was really excited. I'm drawn to a red carpet, as you can see. I love red, I love lights, camera, action, all of that. And having the opportunity to get dolled up and speak to event attendees is magical. So I wasn't really as nervous. I find I wasn't as nervous during my first red carpet gig. Radio was crazy, but the first red carpet gig was fun. Magic, absolutely magical. I've been super fortunate and lucky. I've been able to work with a lot of the top promoters in the city, not just the African promoters, but a lot of the mainstream urban promoters too. Bringing an artist abroad is not an easy task, and being able to watch, all of the behind the scenes and watching a promoter bring it all together is awesome. And also, being able to put together a really great press release or a promo plan, and then seeing the concert happen and unfold is awesome. It's like the best feeling in the world. I have a lot of amazing experiences, but one experience that stands out to me, a couple of years ago, I was the stage manager for the Africa All-Star Music Festival, and it took place at a venue that huge venue, backstage, full production. It was probably one of the biggest events that I've stage managed in my career. And it was really, really, really great. And it kind of gave me that confidence and courage again to keep going. Because sometimes in this business, when you're in for a long time, sometimes you can feel like, oh, I've done this, I've done that, or I'm not popping anymore, or whatever, what have you. But that kind of gave me that fire relit. Yeah. Tatiana King exclusive access today is all about timing. I've been dreaming about this show for years, and I think for me and in my life, timing is everything. Sometimes you can't rush everything. You might want everything at once, but sometimes that's not the best. So I wanted to produce a show with an incredible team in an incredible time when women have a voice, where people can be open and have incredible dialogue. We can really get to know the most fascinating people in this world and really go there and talk about some things that sometimes are awkward or uncomfortable. It's a show where we're basically uncovering the stories of the people in our community. And we're talking about content that's important. We're talking about them, we're talking about things that are happening in our society, and we're talking about things that are going on in their heart and in their soul. So the show is one that you can relate to, you can learn from, you will absolutely be entertained, and you'll have a good time. I am afraid of controversy, and this project is also therapy, because there's so much content that's just sitting on the table and nobody's really willing to tackle or talk about certain things. And me, Tatiana King, these are the types of topics I'm interested in talking about and uncovering. But there is a part of me that is definitely a little bit fearful of how the information will be received and how people will view me, because most people know me in one way. So most people know me as a radio personality, a PR person, a red carpet host, Miss Go-To Girl, that's that alias. Now you're meeting Tatiana King, the grown woman, the one with strong opinions and strong views and a particular type of point of view. So there is a little bit of that fear of how are my peers gonna take this? How is the viewer gonna take this? But it's also something where if I don't do this, I don't think I'll ever feel complete. In my 10 to 15 years of experience in this business, I've come across and met a lot of people. So you'll have your artists, your athletes, your business people, your actors, your actresses, musicians, politicians. Everybody that is interesting and dynamic and have a story to share, you'll see them on this show. My favorite meal is mac and cheese. My dream vacation spot right now is Bali. My inspirational icon, of course, is Oprah Winfrey. I was a competitive cheerleader in high school and university. Watch the show with an open mind and an open heart. Enjoy it, share, tell a friend. And of course, if you have any suggestions on guests that we should talk about, definitely send them our way. We'll see you in the next episode.